Hey there, this is my Tatra PHOENIX 8x8 review, and this is a pretty cool ass truck. The footage on screen is a truck wading through mud and water in the rust off a blast, hauling a trailer loaded up with concrete blocks. So first off, this truck is somewhere around the Azov 64131 in size and power. It's definitely a solid choice in off-roading. It has a very unique design in that it is specifically designed to function in the off-road environment, on building sites, and across dangerous terrain. This is illustrated firstly by its lack of a low front bumper. Typically trucks will have a front bumper that hides most of the front wheels from show. However, in an off-road scenario, this bumper will often get you stuck or wedged up against terrain. But with the Tatra PHOENIX, this is not an issue, so the wheels should always make first contact with any terrain or obstacles. Secondly, there's the drive systems. So the drive shaft and undercarriage is entirely armoured, so unfortunately you don't get to see the moving parts like on other trucks. But hopefully instead, this ensures that the truck takes less damage. The next point is that with the all-wheel drive system engaged, this truck is classed as 8x8, with the axles being equidistant from each other, and it also has 8-wheel steering, making its handling exceptional. Though, with the flip side of this, similar to driving the Cat 745C and the Azov 4220, it does take a little getting used to, as you don't need to steer into corners as early as you would do for other trucks. Unfortunately, unlike its larger cousin in the Tatra PHOENIX, this truck cannot run the combo of loading crane, sideboard bed, and then tow a trailer. Though it can still tow a trailer while using the sideboard bed, and that's because there's something like the gearbox protection prevents, like the crane basically goes in the middle of the truck. For the truck's profile, it is around the same height and width as the Azov 64131, but as you can see from the footage, it is surprisingly stable and nimble at just trundling along. The muddy area across from the river, from the factory grounds garage near the Tatra factory, is a good little testing ground. 46-inch tyres are the only size available, but you do have the option of all-terrain, off-road, mud and chains tyres, allowing plenty of surface versatility. Engine power and durability are great, with a few options of the IMZ-817T, which will provide the most power, so that's an engine from the Amur region, but you can opt to trade off power to weight for superior fuel economy. Speaking of fuel, the consumption levels with me using the Azov AM8 16.1 engine with the off-road gearbox give the truck a B- rating in fuel consumption. And as you can see, the fuel can vary a lot, sometimes between 10 and 20 litres a minute, depending on the terrain and how much the truck is having to work. But it does have a 345 litre fuel tank. The same optional all-wheel drive and diff lock systems are on the PHOENIX, the same as the Force, so you can regulate your fuel consumption yourself somewhat and save fuel when driving on roads and dirt. And this thing can haul it on the roads. Despite these decent performance points, the Tatra PHOENIX is lacking in the add-on department, only having access to saddle high, loading crane, fuel tanker and sideboard bed, again lacking useful utilities in the form of like the van body maintenance or saddle low. Newly added to both Tatra Force and PHOENIX is the loading crane, which is a hella chunky thick boy. However, it performs in the same manner of the others, generally lacking any lifting force at full extension, and its bark is worse than its bite. To obtain this truck, you must complete the Wipe Away the Debt task, which is unlocked after completing the Cunning Forester task in the Rostov Oblast region in the Antonovsky Nature Reserve map. So overall, it's a decent truck that lacks some utility. Strangely, it does actually have smaller tyres than the Azov 64131, but has no option for saddle low, which means like the chassis ride height will be slightly lower than the Azov. So this seems to be like an arbitrary yes-no decision during development. So it doesn't really make sense as to why it doesn't have saddle low as an option. So anyway, I'm going to give this truck a rating of 6.5 out of 10, as it's just missing too much really. It is a fun addition though, but it's a bit unique but doesn't bring a whole lot to the table. So I want to thank you very much for watching. If you found this video useful, then please let me know down below, and just drop the video a like if it really helps out the channel, and let me know if these videos are what you're looking for, and have a great day.